What's up? Hey, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I just wanted to make a video tonight to springboard off of some things that I heard on other platforms. I will eventually give everyone their due credit. I have a plan for that once I'm through all of this stuff. I don't want anyone to gain unnecessary hate because I have mentioned them. So I will eventually give everyone credit. Um, I'm excited about how I'm going to do that, but it does have to be later because I want them to keep doing what they're doing, and I don't want them to have to navigate through any um, unnecessary storms because of me going through what I'm going through, and then I mention their name in the middle of my messages. But anyway, definitely some things that I heard today that inspired me to create this video and put things on my heart that I wanted to speak about. Some I've kind of touched on already in other videos, but I want to bring it all together because I feel like it is very much connected. So anyway, I didn't really celebrate Halloween. I had to work and they said that we could wear costumes. So instead of participating in a holiday that used to be my favorite holiday. It now means something very different to me because I know um, I'm very much aware now of all of the spell work that goes on and negative intentions that people like to throw out onto others during rituals that they perform on Halloween. And I don't agree with that. So it doesn't mean the same thing that it used to mean to me, which was, fun, dressing up, playing different characters. My goal was always to look unrecognizable so that people didn't know who I was and they would walk past me and not know that it was Carrie. I would have two different costumes and we would throw parties and carve pumpkins, and it just doesn't mean the same thing to me anymore. It's not fun and lighthearted like it used to be. It means something much more serious now because people will capitalize on that holiday in order to throw negative intentions and try to bring downfall to others. And I don't agree with that at all. So definitely going through what I've been through, it has opened my eyes to other occult practices that I will not ever participate with or agree with or um, appreciate in that manner anymore. So I simply have to leave that where I last celebrated it, and so I put on angel wings and a halo, and I put some glitter in my hair, and I went as an earth angel so that I could emulate those vibes on a holiday that others like to bring low vibrations to. I wanted to bring high vibrations to and emulate the earth angel because I feel like I'm on a mission here, and God has definitely placed me in a special position where I need to be that earth angel. I need to be that light where there is nothing but darkness. I need to shine a light on truths and bring things to the surface so that it can be illuminated and made right with justice. So I felt that it was very fitting. I did have one person come into my job, and he said, I'm pretty sure he was drunk, as a lot of people were. Um, Out to get alcohol last night, and he said, I don't believe you're an angel. He said, I don't believe you're an angel no matter how hard you try to convince me. And I said, I'm not trying to convince you. Like, I don't even know you. Why would I sit here and try to argue that I am an angel when I don't care what you think, for one? And two, I will not come down off my throne to convince you of anything, sir. You simply believe what you want to believe. Carry on. Have a great night. Take care. Um, so, my message today is faith takes you out of survival. And that's something that I wrote down as a title for a video that I wanted to do a long time ago. And then when I heard the messages today that I wanted to um, springboard off of and elaborate on as far as my story goes and giving advice to other people that may be going through the same things, it definitely resonated with that title. So I felt like it was all fitting together. And so I wanted to put it all in one video together for other people. And when I make these videos, of course, I'm always going to throw tidbits of my own story in there or examples out of my own life that fit um, the message. But I'm giving this to people who are going through any trial and tribulation. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same story, it doesn't have to be the same anything. We are all going through different things, but I want people to gather strength from me because I started from the bottom, now I'm here, right? So it's not been in vain. I'm going to help others with what I've been through continuously through the rest of my life, however I can. And God is placing me in the position to be able to do that. He has called on me, I have answered the call, He has prepared me for this moment, and I am going to do the best job that I can to make Him proud and give it my all. I will not stop. I will never give up. And in that comes helping other people to be prepared for their position, to gather strength from me, and be ready when their moment comes, if it comes. And I hope it does come. If it doesn't, create that moment for yourself because God will have your back. And it was not being done to you, it was being done for you. So you were put right where you were supposed to be so that you could elevate by breaking through that generational curse, by breaking through that spell work, maybe the hexes, curses. The spell work is people talking about you. It doesn't have to be bibbity bobbity boo. It can just be people speaking ill on your name. They're gossip, their slander is spell work because they are talking about you. They are cursing you with their words, with the intentions, the things that they want to happen to you, the lies that they try to get other people to believe about you. They are speaking ill on your name, and that is the same thing as spell work. It's the same thing. You're putting bad intentions out into um, the universe with your words, with your thoughts. It all has power, it all has energy. So you don't have to whip out a wand, you don't have to light a candle, you don't have to say a special anything. Anytime somebody is speaking ill of you, they're doing spell work with their energy by the negative intentions that they're putting out with their words, with their thoughts, with their actions, right? So I want you to be able to protect yourself from that, get ahead of the game, stand in your power, and speak your truth. And don't be afraid. Faith over fear. They want you to be afraid. They want to incite fear. They want you to be paranoid. They want you to be um, anxious and all of those things to keep you from acting, to keep you from standing up for yourself, taking action, from being a whistleblower. They do not want anything that they're doing to you to be exposed. They want you to lay down, take it, and stay there. And I don't want any of you to do that because your authenticity is where your power is. And the sooner that you break out of that shell that they've conditioned for you to be in, for you to stay in, it's probably taken years for it to build up. As soon as you break out of that shell and you become your true, genuine, authentic self, they will be scared of that because God is with you in that moment. God is with you as you take those steps. It is divine intervention for you to do that, for you to become who you really are and step onto your path and into your purpose. That is why you're here. You're not here to be oppressed by those people. You're here to shine and you're here to love. You're here to learn. You're not here to be their little puppet, their toy. You're not here for them to take advantage of and lie on and just be this sad little puppy dog. That's not why you're here. They don't have any power over you. You just have to heal. You have to break away from them, isolate yourself, and not be attached to that trauma. And then they have nothing. They have nothing, not a thing. Okay. So let's all move towards that. And with the messages that I give, that's what I want to help you to do. So I wrote down some notes so that I didn't get lost rambling, because I tend to do that. So um, taking your energy, this is a big part of it. Taking your energy out of the equation ruins the plan of the enemies. They need you to react and meet them at their low vibrational state to drive their narrative home. They need you to react. They need you to flip out. They need you to come out of your character so that they can say, look, they are the person that we said that they were. Look, there's proof. They have reacted. They've gone crazy. They've flipped out. They've cussed at me. They've texted me a million times. They've called me. They've gone online and they've posted horrible things about me, and they've made threats, and um, they're sad and they're crying and they're depressed and they're doing drugs and they're a prostitute. They're running their pornography online, because I know they have fake profiles of me. I found one of them yesterday on Facebook. It was a suggested friend. I was a suggested friend to myself. A fake profile for me of me was suggested to me as a friend. So I have seen fake profiles of me. They want you to react to all of that stuff. They want you to get mad. I know that pornography is out there on the internet. My ex has lots of pornography of me and him that I should not have let him record, but I did, and I gave it to him. So I know there's revenge porn out there. They want you to find these things. They want to show people these things so that they can say, look, this is who this person is. We've told you, we've shown you, they're not going to say they've created things that were not true about you, or that you didn't put out there yourself, that they put out there for you. They want you to flip out and react about that. And if you just walk away, if you just break those ties that bind you to those people and realize that the only person that you need is God, and He will give you every single thing that you need and more to make it without those people. And that you're not missing out on anything, because they never really loved you if they could do that to you. So love yourself, pour into yourself, connect with God, and walk away from it. Take your energy back, completely back, every ounce of it, and call it back. I call judgment on my enemies. I return everything that they've sent me with the highest love and light. And if I can't return it, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to transmute it. I'm going to turn it into something positive and plant positive seeds. I'm going to turn it into money. I'm going to turn it into whatever will elevate me and my life and my true loved ones. I will not react. I will not give them any of my energy to play with. I will not give them any of my energy to harvest from. I will not give them any of my energy anymore, period, because it is precious currency to me. That is what makes me rich, is my energy, and how loving and how high vibrational I am, how much I love and pour into myself, how much I love and pour into others, and how all I need is God. And I'm going to walk with Him no matter what, without knowing all the answers, because I have faith that He has put me right where He wants me and He has a plan. I'm going to trust in that. If you take all of that back, if you do all of those things, they have nothing, because you're not feeding into that. They need you to flip out. They need your energy to meet them in that negative, low vibrating state that they are, where they created all of these lies, all of this slander, all of this defamation. They need your energy so that they can say, look at her, look at him, look at them, look at what they're doing. Even though they created it, they're not going to say that. They're just going to point at you for your reaction to what they did. It's narcissism at its finest. But smear campaigns, they rely on your energy to fuel their smear campaign, because they want to say, look what they're doing, look what they're doing, and hide their hands through those stones that made you do that. If you take all of that back, they have nothing. They have no fuel for their fire for that smear campaign. So isolate from them, pull back, don't give them anything. You put it all into yourself. You connect with God. You shed all of that conditioning. You do your shadow work to heal your wounds. Look all of that up. Look all of that up yourself. I'm not going to explain it anymore. Shadow work to heal your wounds. Look up shadow work. It is Psychology 101. It's nothing that's just spiritual, it's psychology. Carl Jung, okay? Look it up. Outside of isolation, when you feel like you have made process to take the steps and to heal, and you feel safe enough to come out of isolation and start, talking to people, being out in society again, um, don't let them keep you there. Don't be in hermit mode forever. Even though it's a comfort zone, after you've been there for a while, you have to come out of it. So you need to display all that authenticity that you've worked so hard to get to the center of. That's where your power is. That's the true you. That is you without all of the things that people told you that you had to be, that you needed to be to fit in, that you were people pleasing to make things easier on yourself so that you didn't have the reactions of others, the abuse of others that kept you small, that kept you in a box, that kept you dumbing yourself down. You have shed all of that. You have worked on your shadow side. You have healed your wounds. You have gotten to the core of what hurt you, what people did to you, what you did to others, so that you could put love on it, to love yourself, to fill your own cup, to do the self-care things that you needed to get yourself back on track, that you have cried, you have gotten all of those negative emotions out. You have made a promise to yourself that you're going to love yourself, you're going to be there for yourself, to take care of your inner child, to be the person that you needed as a little kid, that other people hurt. There was nobody to protect that little kid, and they are still hurt inside of you, and you don't want to hurt other people. So you're going to reparent yourself so that you could teach that little kid inside that the things that were done to them were wrong. They were okay to feel hurt like they did, but you were going to take care of yourself from now on. They don't have to be hurt anymore, and therefore they don't have to hurt other people anymore. So you can be what you needed for yourself when you were little. You be that person. You parent yourself as far as, this is what I need to be. I'm going to be that positive example that I needed to be, that I needed somebody else to be for me. I didn't need someone that yelled at me or made me feel small or didn't care about my needs, only cared about their own needs, that made me scared to speak up and say what I needed or say how I felt. You be the positive example for yourself that you need someone else to be for you, so that you know how to teach your kids, so that you know how to not be that way to other people. You know how to be a good friend. You know how to be a good wife, a husband. You know how to be the best person that you can be going forward, regardless of the example that was set for you before. So, all of those things, when you come out of isolation, you want to display those things, all of the things that you've worked hard for, all of the things that you have unpacked and gotten to the bottom of, so that you don't have to carry with you going forward. You be done with those things, let them go, surrender everything and give it all up to God. Okay. Forgive, forgive those people, forgive yourself. Go forward with compassion and grace. Don't let them get to you at all. Don't come off your throne. Don't be reactive. Don't take your step back. If you do, try to do it in private. Pray about it. Write it down. Get it on a journal. Get it out of you. Meditate on it. Whatever you need to do. But don't. You're not going to change like completely overnight. It takes practice. It takes practice to develop these habits, to instantly pray for the enemy, to not snap, to not go back and backslide and be that person that just had a sassy mouth, that cussed somebody out, that told them about themselves, that put them in their place. No matter how bad that you want to do that, that's counterproductive. Can't be that person anymore. So you have to put one foot in front of the other and practice those habits until it becomes who you are. And that is, in fact, who I am. So you're not going to bring me out of that character anymore. I've worked too hard on myself to become this person. So I'm not going to meet you at that low vibrational state. I'm where I am. It's only up from here. I feed into high vibes only. I transmute anything negative that comes to me that either I feel or that people put on me. And that's the trick, It is the best survival skill that I could possibly teach anyone. And I'm going to keep preaching that until the day I die, because transmuting that negative energy, however it's thrown at you, if it's negative self talk, if it's having a bad day just because things, didn't go right, thing after another, if it's something that somebody did to you, if it's bad memories or emotions that have been repressed and creep back up from the past, triggers that will bring those things back up that show you where you need to grow still. Address those things and transmute it. Dance, be happy, exercise, do something nice for yourself. Music, lots of different ways to transmute that negative energy. You don't have to hang out there. Don't stay there. Don't get stuck. Don't get depressed. Turn it into something else. Be an alchemist. You can do it. Trust me. All of these things are so hard, but they're so worth it. If I can do it, you can do it too. Only concentrate on your goals outside of isolation. And one of those goals is transmutation, transmuting negative energy into positive energy, being an alchemist. That's a goal. Make a list for yourself, make a vision board, whatever you need to do to keep your eye on the prize. Outside of isolation, only focus and concentrate on your goals. Your goals being keep on your path to get to being fully in your purpose, to living your best life, being happy, being positive, being grateful, connecting with the Lord every single chance you get until He is your best friend. You're talking to Him about good things, bad things, everything in between. You're instantly praying for your enemies. You are transmuting the negative energy. You are focusing step by step on the things that you need to accomplish. And even if it's just the slightest thing every day, or if it's not being depressed, you pat yourself on the back, you be your own cheerleader, and you keep going. Do not stop. Do not give up, okay? Those are the things that I want you to focus on when you're taking your energy out of the equation, to not give them what they want when they create these situations to make you look bad, feel bad, to keep you oppressed. Isolate, do those things, come out of isolation, do those things, and you keep working on yourself every day. We are always going to be working on ourselves. We are always, going to be just always taking steps to ascend. But you will ascend. The more that you practice, the easier it gets. When they can't get a reaction, they call your peaceful state fake. This has been done to me several times, and those projections do not work either, because I know I'm not fake. I feel it. I'm living it. I've worked very hard to get here, and just like someone saying that I'm not an angel, it doesn't affect me, because I'm not trying to convince you. The proof is in the pudding. It seeps from my pores. This is who I am. This is who I'm always going to be. It has been the most rewarding thing that I have ever done for myself. And I am not going to lose that progress. I'm going to keep teaching other people how to do it, cheering myself on, cheering them on, creating nothing but love and positivity for higher vibrations all over this earth. That is what we're here to do. And now that I'm fully awakened to that purpose, that's what I'm always going to do. And that's what I'm always going to encourage others to do. So say whatever you want about me. It doesn't matter. I don't care. After relentless attempts, their inauthenticity, them still wearing their mask, them not having done their shadow work or working hard on themselves or doing anything that they need to do to ascend out of that low vibrating state, their inauthenticity shines because your authenticity and nonchalance towards their attacks and stones being thrown, it shows that you will let nothing disturb your peace. It was all worth it. All of the hard work was worth it, and it shall not be disturbed at any cost, okay? So, for a short period of time, the enemy's slander convinced others because they were the ones doing the wrongdoings instead. It was all a projection of who they are onto you. They had all of the details of the stories to tell other people because they're the ones that committed the acts firsthand. So They had the playbook. They're the ones that did things. They had the blueprint for how they acted and what they did, and they projected it onto you. So the story was believable for a short time because they had every single detail to tell others, because it was their life. They were talking about themselves. So they knew it better than anyone because they're the one that committed the act. They're the one that walked that life. They're the one that walked in those shoes. So they know those shoes, they know that storyline. They know those heinous acts better than anyone in order to be able to project it onto someone else because they're the creator of such things, of that slander. They are the creator. They told on themselves. They just said that somebody else did it. And so they had every little detail of how someone would go about doing those things because they knew it better than anyone else because it was them all along. And if you know that person for a long time, you don't have the other person running to you with proof. You're not seeking out the answers yourself. You feel some kind of loyalty, or the heinous acts described were just so horrifying that um, you were beside yourself that someone could actually do that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They're crazy. You're right to separate yourself from them or do what you need to do to protect your child or this or that because that's all they know. They're listening. They're being minions. They're being flying monkeys from there. They don't know any better. They're not seeking the truth. They're not going to source um, their divine source. They're not seeking out anything. They're just listening to the salacious slander and gossip. So it's believable. Of course, it's believable because everything that's being said about somebody else, the person telling them have been the ones doing it. So it sounds very believable. I've heard it from other people when I was not trying to better myself and get away from the people that didn't want good for me, didn't want good for themselves, even. It was crabs in a barrel. Misery loves company. Um, I would listen to gossip. I would listen to slander. I would be the one saying, "Oh my gosh, that's nuts," because I didn't know any better and I didn't care. I would just listen to others and believe what they said because I cared about them, or I'd known them a long time, or they had been there for me in the past, so I felt like I needed to be there for them. We've been there. Everyone has been there before they started working on themselves and trying to be better and shut that stuff out. We've all been there, but that's how it happens. That's how it gains